One of our clients generated 59 qualified meetings using cold email and AI. And in this video, I will show you exactly how you can use AI to write and personalize your scripts. This will allow you to automate part of your acquisition and actually generate meetings using cold email. As we know, in 2025, cold email is super competitive and you need an edge. You need something to differentiate your cold emails from your competitors. And this will allow you to generate calls without prospecting manually or ruining your reputation on the market by copy-pasting messages to every single lead on your prospect list. So we will start with how to personalize your campaigns. Then we will cover the key elements of a high converting scripts along with some examples. So first of all, to personalize a script, you need a variable within your list. So when you upload your lead list to Instantly or Smart Lead, for example, you have columns and each column is a variable. Usually people have company name, first name, job title as usual variables. But if you want to personalize your script, you need additional columns and new variables that you will use inside your script. This might be a personalized line. This might be another kind of variable. It might be, for example, a news you've heard on the company. It might be a colleague name so that you can reference that name inside your cold email. So in order for you to make this work, what you need to do first is in your prospect list, you need to assure to have the URL, so the web page of the company that you're going to target, and the LinkedIn profile of the person. The reason why you need the URL of the website and the LinkedIn profile is that you need to scrape data from these. If you have a dev person on your team, a tech person, or you're a tech person yourself, you can use code and it's pretty easy to do. But if you're not, I suggest you use Clay, clay.com. It's a great tool to actually personalize your cold emails and do a bunch of automations. I will do a whole video on this subject on the channel. And using either your dev skill or Clay, you will then use OpenAI or Claude using their API key with a good prompt to generate those variables. So this is how you will go from a usual prospect list, use a specific tool like Clay with AI using APIs to automate the process for the entire lead list so that you don't have to do it manually in ChatGPT and generate the right variables to personalize your email. But even if you personalize your email, it doesn't mean that it's going to work. The reason for the lack of results that I'm seeing on the market right now is that, okay, you personalized your script. So what? Nobody cares if you read my last LinkedIn post. Nobody cares if you watch their latest YouTube videos. Is there a valid reason to reach out to this person regarding this subject? This is the actual question you need to ask yourself. And if you want to find a valid reason, you need to do a lot more than just personalize the script just for the sake of personalizing your script. You need to find, for example, news about the company or a recent job change. Or for example, this person might have interacted with a specific type of content on LinkedIn or on Twitter. And this is the reason why you will reach out to this person. And then, yes, once you've found the reason why, you can use AI to personalize your script, finding more information and data on their website or on their LinkedIn profile. And one good way to do this is, for example, finding a colleague name or finding their case study name. So most people have their case studies on their website. You can scrape their website, find their case studies, like the name of the companies they actually helped in the past, and then you can use those case studies as variables in your script to reference them. And this actually cooks. It really works because we do it for ourselves, we do it for our clients, and we've actually seen good results out of it. And one of our AI personalization strategies generated 12 meetings this month with no effort or manual work. Imagine generating an additional 10 to 15K per month in MRR just by having one simple automation running. And 12 meetings might not sound like a lot, but actually, if you want to scale this, it's super simple. You just need to find more leads and create more of this exact workflow that I've just shown you and just ramp up your volume, and 12 meetings might get you, and from 12 meetings, you might get to 20 or 30 meetings a month, depending on how big is your market. For us, our market is mainly in the EU. We work with French-based companies, EU-based companies, and lately with US-based companies as well. But when you're in the EU market, you do not have hundreds of thousands of prospects. You have a few of them. So you must make sure that your volume is not too large. Otherwise, you're just going to burn yourself. But for you, if you're listening to this video or watching this video and you're in the US market, There is no reason why you couldn't be able to do this at a very large scale and actually generate dozens and dozens of meetings a month. But even if you know how to use personalization, then you have to understand what makes a good cold email work. What is the type of script that's actually going to generate results for you. And by the way, we use Clay for this, so let me know in the comments if you want me to create a tutorial on this, or just DM me on LinkedIn if you want help implementing these kind of things. I will start creating a lot more content on this channel, and if you think a Clay tutorial might help, I'd be happy to do it. So what makes a good cold email script works, and how to use AI to actually write the entire cold email. So there are three parts of a cold email script. There's the hook, the body, and the call to action. The sole objective of the hook is to get the prospect to continue reading the email, nothing else. Do not start rambling about your company, who you are. Do not present yourself. Just find a hook that's actually going to grab attention of your prospect. Then once you found a good hook, your body needs to explain your value proposition, proof that it has worked for someone else that looks exactly like this prospect. So usually if you can segment your list and then use relevant case studies based on that segment, it will increase your results. Because if you find, for example, e-commerce companies, and you have a bunch of e-commerce companies in your list, and you just say, hey, we've helped a hotel generate new revenue with our ad strategy, the e-commerce brand won't care about that hotel case study. They want to hear about an e-commerce case study, and if it's even better if that case study is in their exact industry. For example, if they're in the fashion industry, you need to put in front of them a fashion case study that you had in the past. So your body needs to explain your value proposition, the proof that it has worked, and why they should listen to you. And finally, your call to action needs to position the next step as simple, commitment-free, and high value. The best scenario here is having a service-based lead magnet. So a service-based lead magnet is just like a free service that leads to your main offer on the back end. For example, if you're doing cold email, you might write their first script and build their first lead list for free on that sales call. And then if they want you to do it for them on a done for you basis, meaning you're just gonna handle their entire cold email infrastructure, then you will charge them 2K a month, 3K a month, 5K a month. But if you're trying to position the next step as a sales goal, you'll find some resistance and you will not generate as many meetings as you want. So find a service-based lead magnet that you can advertise in your cold email campaigns. This will allow you to increase significantly the number of booked meetings that you're going to generate. But your hook is the most important part. Your hook is maybe the 80-20 of a script. If your hook is weak, no one is going to care, because they will not read the body and they will not read the call to action. So the reason why no one responds to your scripts is that you don't even understand your prospects. You're too focused on yourself and your business. You must understand your market deeply. What are their core desires? What are they currently hearing in the market? So meaning, what's the level of sophistication of your market? What other competitors are currently advertising, and what your competitors are saying in their cold emails or on their content on YouTube or LinkedIn, etc. What's their biggest pain point right now, and what would be their ideal offer, not yours. What I mean by that is, what would your prospect dream of having in an offer, and build that offer, because you cannot create a desire. You can only channel a desire that already exists in the market and channel it through your own offers. This is like a marketing 101. It's Eugene Schwartz, I think, that talked about this concept. But you need to find what your market currently wants. What are they actively buying, and what do they want to buy? And then you create an offer based on that. You don't create your offer first and try to force your offer on the market. And how you build these kind of offers is by actually making sure to do the proper research on their core desires, what they're currently hearing in the market, and their biggest pain point. So the way I like to do this with AI is I like to build what I call a workbook. So it's basically a Google Doc, like a huge Google Doc, 20, 25, 30 pages long of a Google Doc, where you're going to put everything you know about your avatar and your industry. And this workbook, you're going to upload it to ChatGPT. Be careful, do not upload it as a PDF. You need to upload it as a text file or a Microsoft Word file. It's way better for the AI to actually understand what you're saying in that workbook. So once you have that workbook ready, you upload it to ChatGPT or Claude, and then it's going to be way easier for the AI to actually help you brainstorm the hooks and the scripts that you're going to use for cold email. And at the end of the day, no one can really tell you what's going to work or not on your market. What you need to do is split test. You need to test all the time, different hooks, different call to actions, different bodies, and see what's actually resonating with your prospects and what's currently booking you meetings in your calendar. Once you have found a campaign that's actually working, first of all, you need to ramp up volume on that campaign, and then you need to find new scripts that are a little bit different from that first one by changing, for example, one variable at a time. It can be, for example, changing your hook or changing your call to action and seeing how making these slight changes impact your data. Booked meeting rate, positive reply rates, etc., etc. So we ran tests at Scale by Metrics and questions. So if you write your hooks in the form of questions, it usually performs better than affirmative statements. So you need to position your question based on your audience pain point and desire. And I have some examples for you. So for example, you could say, hey prospect name, if we could achieve X without Y for your company, would you be interested? Or have you encountered this specific constraint in your business lately? Have you ever considered implementing X solution at company to achieve Y results without Z objection or pain point or something like that? And one that absolutely cooks right now, and shout out to Eric and Nick Abraham because they're the ones who came up with this one, is I don't know if I should send this to you or your colleague name. And colleague name is actually a variable in your lead list that you're going to scrape using Clay and LinkedIn Sales Navigator. And then you're going to position your cold email as, hey, I have something for your company, but I don't know if you're the right person for it or if that other person in that other department is more suited to have a conversation about this. And usually ego comes into play and people want to be the boss in their company. They want to be involved in the decision-making process. And what you'll find is that people are going to start replying to you, responding with things like, hey, I am the person. Do not send this to that other person. If you need something about this, please talk to me. And then you'll be in conversation with them and it's going to be way easier to book a meeting with them. And we sent over 2 million cold emails in the past 2 years. We use cold email, LinkedIn and YouTube organic, and LinkedIn setters. So we have setters in place that actually book meetings through LinkedIn, sending manual DMs there. And we generate between 30 and 60 sales calls a month for our agency. Let me know in the comments your questions and I will answer every single one of them myself. And let me know also what other topics you would like me to cover on this brand new channel. It might be LinkedIn and YouTube organic, cold email, or LinkedIn setters. I'll be happy to create free content to help you guys. Thank you so much for watching this video and see you in the next few days for another one.